Yo, peoples, Qushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another iteration of Qushu Views Anime. Onwards to the next episode of One Piece. So let's get it started! Last we left off in One Piece, Yamato was making his way over to the armory to stop the explosion on Onigashima. The Kazenbo was steadily making its way downwards towards the armory so it can blow up Onigashima. Meanwhile, Momonosuke is outside of Onigashima trying to use his own flame clouds to move Onigashima. Mind you, he only has like one ring of cloud around it, so he's gonna need more. Elsewhere, as Zoro's facing off against King, Enma starts forcibly drawing Haki out of his body. And in the worst possible timing, Zoro ends up getting sliced in his side because Enma was, distracting him. And they gave King a very ridiculous, goofy face in the episode. I don't know why. So Zoro's basically having a little bit of a hard time right now facing off against King. Then we also find out that apparently his Wadoichi Monji comes from Wano. So how did it end up in the East Blue? The Secret of Enma, the cursed sword entrusted to Zoro. Alright, Zoro's on the move, he's blitzing King again. Ooh, okay, nice little clash here. I especially like it when there's fight scenes and moves are not repeated all the time, like bang, 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 bang. No, there's actual variety. No two moves are used the exact same way. I prefer fight scenes in animes that way. Woo, okay, King. Yo, okay. Yo, there's a lot of animation showing Enma powering up without being connected to Zoro. Like some Naotoshi level episodes. I know Naotoshi isn't the only person who's capable of producing episodes of that quality, but he's the only person whose name I remember. I gotta remember the rest of them, because there's more than one person who delivers those types of quality scenes. And Zoro is right back inside Onigashima again. Is this gonna be the episode? Just a reminder, the swords Wadoichi Monji and Enma were made by the legendary swordsmith Shimotsuki Kozaburo. At first I thought Amano Habakiri was made by him as well, but I was incorrect because Hitetsu said it was only the Wadoichi Monji and Enma. East Blue 13 years ago. Shimotsuki Village, Zoro's hometown. It's Kuina! No surprise, Kuino is still whooping Zoro's behind. Okay, here's my thing. This man just took two puffs, and at least a year's worth of smoke came out his mouth. Old man of the village. I like how it was sped up while he was pulling the swords out. This voice actor sounds familiar. You know, he's saying that every sword has a personality and it's a swordsman's job to tame them, but that kind of makes a lot of sense considering Enma. It's interesting to see the perspective of weaponry from the view of their makers. Ladies and gentlemen, this old man of the village, if you haven't already picked up on it, is Shimotsuki Kozaburo himself. Now Zoro realizes just what he holds in his hand. The greatest piece of art that Kozaburo ever made. And we're still back with Momonosuke, still working to create more flame clouds around Onigashima. You better not give up, boy. Oh, look at that. Seeing as he's a dragon just like Kaido, he's capable of grabbing onto the flame clouds of Kaido. So all he has to do is just grab onto the rest and then just start pulling in the opposite direction. Now we're back with Drake and Apu versus CP0. My thing is, this one CP0 agent is extremely serious about keeping his mask up on his face. Mind you, unlike the other members, this one dude is holding his mask up on a stick. Apu using his powers, but look at him! Do you realize how boss you have to be to send a person flying and then you fly after them and you're looking at them perpendicular, berating them before you kick them away? That's disrespectful. This walking animation for Drake is kind of funny. From far off, it kind of looks funny to me. A little bit of history. Shimotsuki Kozaburo is the grandfather of Kuina. Which means all these years, Zoro has been learning from Wano swordsmanship. there's just so much going on with Zoro. Sorry if I haven't been saying too much, but I just been taking in these scenes with Zoro. The promise to Kuina. Unfortunately, it was a promise only Zoro was going to be able to keep. His resolve has returned. Oh, the muscles have returned to Zoro. Yo, I love seeing Odin inside of the sword. Okay, we got Beast Pirates. Is this the episode where we see it? They're trying to run up on Zoro. Oh, what was that spark? What was that spark on the sword? Oh, there's sparks. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the black sparks of some random power. Even though the anime kinda spoiled what this was many episodes ago, what happens when a person exerts their own haki outwards? Black lightning emits from them, and the people around them all suddenly faint? There's only one explanation for it, everyone. And of course, we have Zoro first meeting Luffy and making that promise before he even joined his crew. We cooking. Zoro is cooking. On the next episode of One Piece, the strike of an Ifrit, Sanji versus Queen. Oh, the sauce is about to drop. Ladies and gentlemen, the episode happened. It finally happened. And it showcased it, I'm gonna be honest here. Throughout the entire episode, it was pretty much, Zoro facing off against King, but also going back in the history of Zoro, finding out that Shimotsuki Kozabuto pretty much came from Wano, illegally, founded the village that pretty much everyone in Zoro's hometown lived in, including the place where Zoro's from, and also made the swords Wado Ichimonji, which was Kuina's sword, and Enma. And of course, we have the moments between Kuina and Zoro as they were growing up and training against one another, but Kuina saw that as she was getting older and growing up and becoming more mature, she thought that there was no way she was going to be able to become the world's greatest swordsman. Her father even basically said that it was not going to be possible for her. And Zoro's all like, don't make excuses, let's make a promise that we both will become the strongest. Now, of course, we know what happened to Kuina, so now Zoro's the only person who can, uphold that promise. But now that we cut back to the present and we see that Zoro's fully understanding what Enma is and how to use it, this man not only picks up Enma, which is still exerting its own aura, but he also gains his haki back, and in the process, you see black lightning emit from him, which is something you only see from someone who has conquerors. Now, in the manga, it pretty much showed it in that burst when the Beast Pirates ran up on Zoro, and he basically just got a grasp of haki as a whole, mainly because of his training with Mihawk, because he was like, if he keeps using haki, he'll die like this, so he's got to learn how to fine-tune and control it. One thing I can say about Zoro is he has very, very fine haki control. Very good haki control. So, like, the dude is already using conquerors, and he just knocks out all the Beast Pirates behind him. And King notices, because he's all like, are you trying to become a king too? So it's all like, yeah, King notices that he has conquerors. So yeah, for a long time, when I was reading the chapters, I was with the idea that maybe only Luffy needed conquerors. And I was like, I wasn't completely against the idea, but I didn't think it was necessary. But seeing as how there's so many ridiculously powerful people out there, it would make sense, given how some of the greatest pirates in One Piece, the captains and their first mates tend to have, some of them tend to have conquerors as well. Not all, but some of the more significant ones, such as Roger and Rayleigh. Now we have Luffy and Zoro. Now, like I said, not every single pirate crew has this instance. But of course, you got Big Mom and Katakuri. I don't think any of the calamities are capable of using it. They're just strong because of their abilities and Zoan powers. But back to Zoro, this is a very significant power up for him. So, him having conquerors, that's a very serious thing because there's a lot of applications to using conquerors. I'm sorry, it's just like I'm harping on this one thing so much. Sure, we had the moment with CP0 against Scratchman, against Apu and Drake. That's all well and good. That's cool and everything. We got Momonosuke steadily trying to keep Onigashima from drawing closer to the flower capital. That's all well and good. But this was Zoro's episode. This was Zoro's episode, and I enjoyed it. And let me just say to everyone else, the upcoming fight of Zoro regaining his composure, it's about to get good. It's about to get good. And then we have a preview of the next episode where Sanji is going up against Queen. I know what's about to happen. Oh, but it's about to be good. I knew they were going to do it one certain way just from that preview, and I'm glad I was right the moment I reacted to that chapter. But that'll be a topic for another time. To everyone here, sorry for taking too long. I was just like enamored by this episode a little bit, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. You guys let me know what you thought of this episode, and I look forward to reacting to the next one for you. So all I can say to everyone at the end of the evening is, hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know, and maybe, because the more the merrier, and maybe even consider becoming a member, or, everything else that comes with that, like super thanks and super chats and all that stuff like that. That's another way to support the channel. Just consider that, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.